You're listening to Rock-N-Sexxy UnCensored, bringing you the cutting edge of the entertainment world weekly, hosted by Lynn.
All right. Woohoo! Good to be back in the studio. Welcome back to another amazing episode of Rock-N-Sexxy UnCensored, broadcasting live from the United Broadcasting Network at ubngo.com, Channel 1, and live streaming on our blog weekly at rocknsexyuncensored.com. I'm your host, Lynn, and it is my great pleasure to be back in the studio with you guys tonight. RNSU brings you the cutting-edge talents from the music and entertainment world weekly, and tonight, folks, is no exception. Joining me live in the studio, she has been on our show multiple times, and we are always thrilled to have her back in the studio, right, girl?
Yes.
You comfy in your seat?
Yes, very comfy.
She is, let's see what she's got going on this time. She is the first female to join the Latin Kings of Comedy on tour. Some of you may have been lucky enough to see her recently in her sold-out appearance at the world-famous Hollywood Laugh Factory, or perhaps her giant billboard on the top of the building that was promoting it. She has a new film slated for release, Monstro Cholo Zombies 2, and her first video, which we'll be talking about today, just went viral at 1.3 million.
Wow.
Welcome to the show, the new queen of comedy, Tanya Estrada is in the house today.
Right.
Can I hire you for my intro just when I walk in and pick up my dry cleaning? Like
Right?
that was like,
Wasn't that great?
that's a great intro. Thank you, Amber.
That's because it comes to you. It comes at you with love.
Thank you.
You
I
know,
love you. You're the best.
I
That was
love
dope.
you. How you doing, girl?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for hitting me up to be your guest host. Like that was like, oh, okay. Cool.
I know.
I appreciate that.
Right? You're
Yeah.
our guest and our guest co-host.
Yes.
Yeah,
thank
because
you.
I need extra help with this big hunk that's in the studio right now.
Oh.
Right? Because also joining us live in this studio, he's an award-winning actor who stars as the character Corey Black on the BET hit series, The Family Business, which we were just talking about, and he has actually been on the show before talking about that. But today, he's here to promote his newest holiday movie, which is just releasing tonight, A Miracle Before Christmas, and a bunch of other stuff that he's got going on. The greatest bad boy hunk in movies right now. Please welcome to RNSU, Jasper Cole's in the house.
All right. Hi. Thank you so much.
How are you doing, darling?
Hey, gorgeous. Good to see you again.
You look amazing.
Oh, bless your heart.
And you're
That's what you
feeling
say.
better, right?
I'm feeling much better. I want to apologize that I bailed on you last week because I got sick first time in, 3 years. You know, I escaped COVID and all the other stuff and then got some nasty bronchitis. So,
But at least, you know, you were taking care of yourself and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And it is difficult. And I know how that feels when you're a workaholic.
I had no voice.
Right.
Dennis, my husband, said he was the happiest he's been in 25 years.
That you
because I-
couldn't talk.
Yeah.
You finally got you to shout up. Oh, my God. Dennis. Shout out to Dennis.
Right.
We're just joking.
But the
We're
voice is
teasing.
back.
But the voice is back,
out.
right?
Yeah.
So here he is. We're so happy
Great
to
to
have
meet you as well.
Great to meet you too.
Congratulations.
Big
We're-
fan of your show.
I know.
Love your
You
show.
just told me that before. We'll have to delve into that.
Yeah.
By the way, you know
Absolutely.
you look like Selena,
Yes.
the singer. You've heard that, right?
Oh,
Oh
my
my God,
God,
so many
yes.
people say that to her, and I
Yes.
All
don't
the
see it.
time.
Does she?
Well, you know why? Because you met me after. I look like Selena so much. Even after 2 nose jobs, I still look like Selena. You met me like on nose job number 1.
Okay.
You know what's funny? Because I ran into Selena one day, and I was like, you know, you kind of look like my friend Tanya Estrada. And she's like, people keep telling me I look like Tanya Estrada. Who is Tanya Estrada? And I said, buckle your seatbelt, because you're going to find out. Right?
Way back. I look like her
Wow.
way back then, even.
Wow.
Those
That
are
looks
good
just
nose
like
jobs
me.
you've had, though.
It looks like that's not me. That's actually Selena.
I know.
But
Oh,
But-
you know what? When you first flashed it up on the screen, I thought that was you.
Right.
So
That's
in
so
that
funny.
picture, if all of our viewers are watching, what do you guys think? Do you think?
yeah, that would be my original / my mom and dad's nose
Oh.
all together.
And before we go one step further, you can call us live at 323-524-2599. And the first question of the day is, who wears it better? Got
Okay,
it?
got
Who
it.
wears it better? Is it Tanya Estrada? Because, of course, my girls got my vote.
Uh-oh.
Right? Or is it Selena?
Oh, okay.
Right?
Oh,
Who wears it
man.
better?
And
Who wears
which
the
nose job
which
is better?
nose?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if we were doing boobs, noses, or
I
hair.
think the look. But you
The
do.
look.
I would say if you were going to vote, if somebody calls in, they're going to say that you probably do resemble her. I've never seen it like that where it convinced
Do
me.
you sing at all?
I do sing.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I do funny parody songs.
Okay. I guess it wouldn't be
You
good
sing?
to parody
Oh, I
her,
was going to
though.
joke and say she sings in the bathroom.
No, I actually no. Okay, little secret.
Bang,
I
bang.
actually hire. I actually
Too
go,
soon? Sorry.
No. I actually go and get a room at a karaoke place, and I rent a room and I go practice like during
Oh.
happy hour, and it costs like $7 for the hour.
Oh,
And so that keeps my voice okay. So when I do want to do a funny song, it doesn't sound like shit. Like
That's
my.
great.
So I do practice, even though I'm not a singer. But
Have you ever been to porn star karaoke?
no, but I think you told me about this.
Have you ever
is that a
been
real thing?
In North Hollywood, it used to be this big event that went on, and I had heard about it for years. And they were like, "You gotta go to porn star karaoke." So
Tony's
being
been.
a porn star, Tony's been. Oh, okay. I was like,
And
I'm gonna have
sang.
to go. It was. They closed down during the pandemic, and I don't know. I don't think they reopened, but it was over there in like a pizza place. And Seymour ran it. It was Seymour's. I can't remember the name of the stuff, but they called it the pub it was in, but it was called Porn Star Karaoke. And man, you would see the greatest people that would come in, acting like they weren't there to
Right.
meet porn stars, big,
They were there to get pizza.
yeah,
really
Slice.
big.
slice.
A lot of people, like, I could tell you, but I can't, would be like sitting around going, hey, can I get a pizza? And, I'm not here to look at
Right.
that. But it was great. And the thing I loved about it too is that it was all people from the adult entertainment. So they had, the straight adult stars along with a lot of the gay stars,
Oh.
which are always really
Was Jeff Stryker
hot.
there?
I know Jeff Stryker.
I did I toured the country in a play with Jeff Stryker. That's
You
a whole
did?
other
That's
video.
another
Oh.
story.
That's a whole other thing.
That's another show, Jasper. We're going to have
Wow.
to do the
Yes.
Jeff Stryker show. So
Yes.
who did it better? Jasper Cole or Jeff
I
Stryker?
don't know, but we fought in a shower, and I tried to pull his toupee off. And
Oh, yeah?
Oh no, he doesn't have a toupee. Sorry.
He does. He did it.
Shots fired.
He
Right.
was still young when I knew him,
Right.
and
Whoops.
they
I
wanted.
pulled
me-
his hair. I mean, yeah.
You
Was this
did?
part of the play?
We were in a shower, and Jeff didn't want to take his boots off because he'd be shorter than me, so it was a whole thing.
There was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Jeff Stryker was best friends with my big brother, Buck Adams, who was a award-winning director and actor. And we became friends until they offered an exorbitant amount of money for me to do a comeback film at that time. I was concentrating on my dancing career with Jeff.
Oh.
And I was like, well, he's cute, and he had those lips and he's that very cute Elvis guy. And then he said something very insulting to me. I can't remember what it was because that's how he gets.
He probably didn't realize. He
He
does a lot of backdoor
It
compliments.
had
It's
something
like,
to do with the fact that I was
Oh.
Buck's sister.
oh,
And my brother was like, that's my kid sister. And no matter what, I was his kid sister.
you should have him on the show.
I haven't seen him in years. But
But
anyway.
anyway, enough about.
That was enough
Jeff
about him.
Stryker.
I wanted to know who did it better, you or Jeff did. So you guys just fought in the shower and that was it?
Yeah, I'd say I won, but I played a character named Pretty Boy. This is 20 years ago. Okay, don't start tweeting. Don't hate on me about that. Everybody was hot at one time, remember?
323-524-2599, and we would love to get you guys to call in and just join the show with some of those.
But anyway, it was a spoof on Fortune in Men's Eyes, which was a famous play.
And this was at the time when Jeff Stryker was the end all be all. He had a contract with Falcon Pictures, and
this was his acting debut in theater.
Right.
So it was about a play where a porn star gets thrown in prison. And so he cast it with real actors, we thought we were, around him. And then he he played himself, basically.
Right.
It was funny. And you were talking about, like, celebrities coming to something. All my years of acting, doing theater and everything, I never had, people, David Geffen and David Hype. People would line around the theater to see Jeff. They all were, closeted gay porn fans.
Geffen is not closeted, is he?
Oh, I didn't say that.
Oh, I've always been.
He just happened to be there. Geffen,
Yeah.
don't come at me either. But
Right.
I think he's out. Yeah.
Is he? He's out now.
I think so.
I think that's why
He is now?
later, and I think, I've always been, since before it was trending, okay? My best friends, I was best friends with Alexis Arquette, and so many people walked my friends through transitions, and you know what I mean? So many things. And I have just always been, I just think that the veils that cover people are things that you're born, you either have them or you don't. And I've never been that way for any people, whether it was, race or gender or any of that. I don't know why, but I've always been just a very open personality, which was why it was the perfect job for me to become the queen of porn when I was.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's what's nice about the young generation. They seem to be much more accepting and open than probably our generation.
Do you feel that way? Then we're talking about Gen Z now, right?
Is that what they are?
I believe,
like 20s.
is it Gen Z now, or have we gone on to, is there a new gen?
Gen Z, I think, is where we're at. Millennials, right? Gen Z.
The new millennials, and
they can't leave their basement, but they're very accepting.
Well, okay, so the new generation of Gen Z, and I'm going to call it Gen Z, and if you have another opinion, please let us know. The way that I always recognize them is you always see them with their phone.
Shut down and in their
you're
phone.
like, oh, there must be a Gen Zer over there, right? They got the phone.
Right.
Right. And then if you say,
They grew up with
hey,
that.
you come up beside one of them and go, wow, I like your hair, or I like your kicks, or I did, and they'll go, yeah, whatever.
Or call
and they'll go
911.
right to the phone and start Googling what you said, kicks or whatever, and they'll just ignore you. They can stand right next to you and ignore you. We got a call coming in. Yay! Welcome to Rock-N-Sexxy UnCensored. We have a call.
Hello.
Hello? Oh, do I need my ear sets?
Hello.
Hello.
Can we get them live?
What?
Can we get them live? We can't get them.
Hello?
Hello. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine.
Who's this? You want to
my name is
introduce
Karen.
yourself? Your name is Karen. Hi, Karen. How you doing? Can you guys hear Karen?
Yes. Hey,
as
Karen.
well? Oh, hi.
I can hear you just fine. So what I kind of wanted to have a conversation about, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
I used to, I live close to San Francisco in California, and I met Erica Boyer when she was really a nobody. You know who she is?
I absolutely know who she is. Of course I do. Yeah. One of my dearest, closest people.
What?
She was one of my dearest friends at one time. So go ahead.
Oh yeah. So anyway, yeah, she was. I know she's not with us anymore, and I don't know. I was just a really close friend of hers, and Amber, I think I probably even met you along the line. I used to go to Mitchell Brothers and a place on Market, and every time she'd come,
the Century Theater.
yes, every time she'd come to do her little tour thing, and I got to go visit her and meet all the stars that they used to come in. And so, are you retired now?
Am I retired? No, I'm working right now.
No,
Are you retired, Karen?
If I was retired, I'd be home in my pajamas.
This is a hologram.
Are you
It's not
retired?
even
It's a
you.
hologram. No. Are you kidding? Bitch, it took me 2 hours to do my hair today. Please don't tell me I look retired.
It's Pam Anderson.
Right? Huh?
So you still look as fine as ever.
Well, thank you. What's your name, Karen? Your name is Karen. Are you a performer in the industry, or are you just...
No. I was just a personal friend of Erica Boyer.
Oh, you
Mandy
know,
Gant.
okay. So since you brought her up, I'm just going to do a little turn on her. Erica Boyer was a really good friend of mine. Her name is Amanda, her real name, and
Yep.
she's no longer with
Yep.
us, so this is a good time to do a tribute. I knew her my entire career. I was extremely close to her as a friend off camera
Yeah.
and also as a performer. I did multiple movies with her. She was one of my favorite performers to work with. She was an amazing talent, a beautiful dancer, and just a wonderful, wonderful, kind-hearted human being. And she was killed in a car
yes, she was.
accident on the highway.
Yes.
She married
Yes.
a football player from, I think, Indianapolis. One of the
No, he was the ex-Raider, Derek Jensen.
what was his name?
His name was Derek Jensen. He was
Derek
an ex-Raider
Jensen.
player.
And he was for who?
Yeah.
For who?
For the Raiders.
Oh, he
They were
played
the
for the Raiders. So
of
she
that
married
one.
Derek Jensen, one of the Raiders, and they
Yeah,
had a
yeah,
child
they had a
together. They had a baby, and then she was on, I think, New Year's Eve. She was involved in a car accident on the highway, and she
Yes,
hit the back
yeah.
of a semi truck.
No, she was walking through town.
Oh,
She was walking downtown. I believe that's what it was.
Oh,
Yes. and
I
he
was
hit her.
told. I was told that she was in a car and hit the back of a semi, and it cut her car and her body in half. It was a terrible accident, and it was devastating. As
Well, I didn't know that. I thought he was a Florida Highway Patrol off duty.
Oh, okay. So I guess there's conflicting stories, but anyway, we did lose her, and it was devastating to the industry as well as
Yes.
myself as her friends. And it's the holidays, and just thinking about that, I'm going to say whether or not it happened in a devastating car accident, please be careful on the highway these days, because we are losing a lot of people, and we don't want to lose you. And
No drinking and driving.
thank you for mentioning my friend. Don't drink and drive. Drink and thrive.
Uber.
I'm in
Stay at the
New Jersey.
bar and have sex in the back. Like it always worked for me.
Sobers you up quick.
If you're gonna drink, stay at the bar and have sex in the alley like
Thank
the
you.
rest of us people
Do it
did.
like the Christians do
Right?
it, right?
For years, stay in the bathroom or whatever,
Thank
and then just and then it'll all work out well. Anyway, I want to thank you for calling the show. Do you know
Thanks,
our
Karen.
guest? I want to introduce you to our guest. This is Jasper
Hey,
Cole.
Karen, how are you?
And this is Tanya Estrada.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you for talking to me. And we were, kind of, I don't know the right word for it. I don't know what I was going to say. But anyway, just,
You sound like me. I lost my train of thought. And on that note, Tony,
Yeah, I get brain farts now.
that's
I just
okay.
turned 66 years this year.
Thank you,
Happy
Karen.
holidays.
Thank you, and happy holidays to you. And you're welcome to listen in on the show. And we just got a couple of things we want to promote with our guests who came all the way down to the studio live. So if you don't mind, we'll just get back to that, and we'll speak to you again soon. Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thank you,
you.
Karen.
Bye,
Bye,
Karen.
Karen.
Have a rockin' sexy Christmas.
Have a cocktail
here.
for us.
That's right. Have one for me. It's been a
A
long
little more
time.
libations.
Right, there you go. All right, you guys.
Have a gummy or something.
All
God
right,
bless you.
I'm off.
I think
the,
she's
I'm
already
off the
had
thing.
4.
I didn't know we had to do that. Now I know. Okay,
Of each.
But she wasn't driving.
Yes.
Yeah.
So hey guys, so let's get down to some of the stuff that we came here to talk about today. We've got so many good things. First of all, Jasper Cole has a new film that's just releasing today.
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 BET Plus.
BET Plus.
called A Miracle Before Christmas. I produced it, and I have a cameo in it. But for me, I got to play not a serial killer, homeless. I play a sort of a billionaire, but sort of a Jeff Bezos kind of character.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, how fun.
With the man bun.
So he
Douchey already, right?
is he douchey?
With
Jeff
the man bun?
Bezos? I
Well-
don't know. He does it. I think I saw a thing on him. They were giving Dolly Parton some kind of a major
Oh, he gave her like 100 million?
billion
Billion. Oh,
for her charities.
Because she needs it.
100 million.
Does she need it?
No.
No, good no.
No, she'll
she
do-
owns
she'll do
a
good
house
stuff
in the
with it.
Norma Triangle.
She'll do
Are you
fine.
kidding? She doesn't need anything.
And
you
I
know
was-
what real estate is in the Norma Triangle in LA now? It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be just a little janky neighborhood, and now it's like,
Huge.
right?
Yeah.
No, but I was really grateful. That's the only time I've seen him and his new girlfriend, wife on, where I could actually visualize them. You hear a lot about him, but I've never really watched him.
Well, Lauren, his girlfriend, she's been around L.A. She was a newscaster forever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, on Good Day LA.
Good Day
right?
LA.
Well, I'm very
Extra.
proud of Jeff for doing that, and I thought Dolly was an amazing choice because Dolly is a legend.
Yep.
Dolly is an amazing legend, and the one thing I know about Dolly, because I've seen her around, and like I said, she lives in the neighborhood. I used to have a friend who lived like the next street over, right next door to Cher, and right behind Dolly Parton, and all that. So it's like they're the neighborhood, And she was always kind and sweet and nice,
Yeah.
and she never changes that.
Yeah. I've never heard a bad thing about
But she
Dolly
does a
Parton.
lot for charities now, and so he gave her $100 billion to take care of all her charities and
It's
stuff like
amazing.
that. It's
Yeah.
like an award. They gave her some kind of an award. Anyway, that was
Yeah.
I don't know all the details, so I don't want to miss.
Google it.
Yeah, but Google it out, and
And by the way, I wasn't saying Bezos is a douchebag.
Oh,
I was saying
you-
I play sort of a billionaire Bezos like
Oh, okay.
billionaire.
oh, okay.
I don't have
So
a problem
you're
with
not a
Bezos.
douchebag,
I'll take
Bezos.
$1 million
Sorry.
charity from him. Anything. So.
Right, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
He seemed like a really decent. I thought he seemed, when I was watching him, he seemed really cool.
Yeah.
He was giving some tips on like money, how to with the inflation, and I was like, hey, this is a down to earth guy.
Yeah.
For a guy who's worth like hundreds of billions of dollars. I mean, I expected somebody to be more like,
Yeah. A little more douchey.
little douchey.
Little
I was
really
kind of
douchey.
I was kind of disappointed he wasn't a little more douchey.
More like Elon Musk. Now,
right?
He might
Is
be
he
a-
douchey?
Well, maybe a little more.
He is hot.
Call in. What do
He
you
is
think?
hot.
Who's-
Elon Musk
He's a
is
good
Oh, so
guy.
he's hot. Okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's so hot that anytime anyone writes me from an Elon
I
_Musk
noticed that.
account, I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'm getting catfished by Elon Musk.
Wow.
He's very good looking, and he's got a great
so
accent. And then because he's been all over Twitter because he bought Twitter, and so I'm all over Twitter. And I was like, when everybody was freaking out over the $8 on Twitter, I was like, hey. It's like I'm already saving up my weekly Starbucks so that I can
Pay
pay
your
for
$8
my blue
Your
check.
daily
Elon. I'm
Starbucks.
okay. And then I was like, well,
$8.
why doesn't Elon Musk run for president? I'd rather have him, somebody young, hot, and rich, with a good forward-thinking mind. Because I like the whole, let's get over all these old people
I know.
and move forward.
We got to find somebody.
I think we need to move our country forward. And I'm not going to talk shit about anybody because I think everybody's done their turn and they've done good. But I want to see the kids grow into taking on the torch now. I think that we need to come full circle, come forward to the generation now, and then meet them and say, let's do bigger things, better things. Because we all seem to stand around talking about the past.
Yep,
the past.
a lot of the past.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. But that's mostly old straight white men that are doing
Are
that.
they straight? We don't even know.
I don't know. Who
We don't-
cares?
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's the problem. It's a
Right.
bunch of old straight white men.
I mean, some old gay white men can be just as bad, but,
Yeah.
it's the white part, I think, that's the privileged part. But anyway,
So we got
I
the
digress. I play this character, James Maxwell, but it stars LaToya Luckett, who was in Destiny's Child, Keith David, who's like a veteran, go-to, OG actor, Romeo Miller, Master P's son, and Paula J. Parker. Really great cast.
Wait a minute. LaToya, the fourth Destiny's
Yeah,
Child?
yes.
Oh, damn.
She stars in it. She's carved out an amazing acting career.
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, she's really good in it.
Wow.
She was great to work with. And she's an amazing singer. You know, in fact, she's on that series Power. So while we were filming this, she would leave, get on a plane, fly back to Atlanta, and then she'd have days off because she'd have to do concerts. And so it gave us a lot of days off, but as producers, it was kind of crazy juggling the schedule. But she's fantastic in it.
Do you like producing more than you are acting? Are you doing? You seem to be, because you have a deal with BET. I noticed lot of your projects are on BET.
I love acting first, but I do like the producing, and so I like kind of being there at the beginning and putting it together and the cast, and
because then it makes you and everybody look the way you see things should look. And I'm like that too, being a Virgo.
Yeah.
That's why I got in. I do production and do a lot of stuff too, because I just go, it looks like shit. I can't stand it when I go and I do all this work and all those nerves, and then you look at yourself on screen and you're like,
but it takes a team, you know. It's a collaboration. It's like when you do a play and you rehearse and you fight, and it's like, how's this going to happen? And then opening night comes, and then everyone loves each other again. So the finished product.
Isn't it funny how that happens on sets?
Yeah. And then you promise you'll stay in touch with everybody.
We used to do that on Alexa's stuff, on her little thing. Remember, we'd all be like, she'd be like, you're not doing that right. You're not doing. So here we have it. You want to check it out?
And then if you miss it, so we're lucky because on December 23rd, it's going to go to BET Cable, which more people have. It's on their regular cable package, and it's not a streamer. So if you miss it on streaming, just wait till December 23rd.
Nice.
Can we check it out? It's not. We're not spoiler.
Oh no! If we have a trailer.
Awesome. We're gonna check it out.
The grieving process is never easy. Now continue. I want to hear about this dream.
That's so pussy. And he didn't even know who I was.
We have a huge network TV interview in 2 days.
Mercedes Johnson, Marriage and Family Enterprise. You are truly a woman who wears so many hats.
People always need help. Fabulous.
Don't forget Ashley has her piano recital at 1:30.
I'll be there. A simple conversation can make a world of difference. Make sure to charge them for their last 12 sessions. Your time together is very important.
She's not coming, is she?
Told you. You stood up your own daughter on her biggest day.
I'm sorry.
I just wish you could see yourself sometimes. I'm done defending you two.
You and the kids are very important.
I'll be at my mom's.
I need a drink.
Rough night, huh? The same thing brought us both here.
I have an ungrateful spouse. I just wish he could see how lucky he is.
You wish him to see how empty his life would be without you.
Only that was possible.
Your wish is granted.
Just come back to bed.
Oh my God. Where's my husband? I thought you were at your parents' house.
I think maybe you got the wrong house.
Who's in this house? Hi. Matthew, who was this chick?
Woman, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
I woke up next to a man I had never met before.
Haven't you figured it out yet?
Figured out what?
There is no husband. Now you can both experience what life would be like if you'd never met.
Never knew they had dancers, and I come here often.
I've never seen you here before.
This is gonna sound ridiculous, but I made a wish.
A wish?
I didn't think it would come true, but it did. And now I'm living in her reality.
Whose reality?
Mercedes.
Aren't you Mercedes?
Yeah.
Maybe you were drugged.
I have everything anyone could ever want, but at the same time, I have nothing. I just want to stop pretending and get back to the norm.
This is disrespectful to my wife.
I am your wife.
You're free. What I've learned in life is there's no problem so original that there's not an answer to it.
I'm sold.
You're getting watch that?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
And
absolutely.
The writer-director,
LaToya looks amazing.
She's amazing. He's my client who wrote and directed it as well.
Oh,
So.
amazing
Beautiful.
job.
Yeah.
You guys, amazing job. That was great.
So it just dropped tonight.
Yeah, tonight, and then again you can watch it on December 23rd on regular BET.
Wow!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We did that in a 20-day shoot back in May and June.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think you were talking a little bit about it last time you were
think
on
we
the
were-
show, and
yeah.
you were like, I can't really give you the divulge it yet
Right.
because it's, and so we stick to. And I know that there is just a little quick update he has about the family business.
Oh yes, so season 3 and 4, I play Corey Black. Spoiler alert, because you probably saw it, but Corey was killed. Was shot. He was shot.
He was what?
Shot.
He was shot.
But I usually never make it past one episode. So the fact that
So don't hold
I
your
made
breath,
it 2 seasons,
'cause it's coming.
is,
The bullet.
That's
a lot.
Yeah.
But then I found out you watched the show.
I
You're
love the show.
Do you have a
Family
favorite
Business.
character? First of all, there's so many characters.
A lot. My favorite characters, of course, is Yadi Rivera
Ooh.
and Amelia Rivera because I
Yeah.
know them both and they're great.
Oh,
And they're
yeah.
amazing.
So they're amazing, and Yadi just kills it, like being.
I didn't know Yachty was acting.
Yachty is in the family business, dude. Yachty is like.
Well, I
oh
know
my
because
God.
I know Emilio and Yachty.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I know, and Emilio's been on the show before, and then I've met his wife with him, obviously all over,
beautiful.
and she's absolutely beautiful. And
Love
I
you,
did not know
Yachty.
Yachty was an actress, but I am so happy to hear that.
Consuela.
Yes.
Consuela.
Yes.
Consuela.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get
She's
Yachty
so
on the
dope.
show. We
Yes.
got to get Yachty.
We
and
had a great
Emilio.
scene this season at a strip club. She
Oh.
had a big scene that night. We were like laughing all night long because it gets so late and you just can't remember lines and you're making shit up. So that's what we were doing.
So the thing with the show is any show that I watch, I love to, and this is my super secret single behavior, is when I get a moment to chill in my bed and be able to throw on the TV and just binge watch a whole season, like just lay there for a whole day and have food made and just like, you know what I mean? Like that is like my special treat to myself. I'll go through a whole season.
Wow.
So Family Business is the one that I'll do, but I'm waiting it out till
So you
there's
have that
enough
time.
so there's enough episodes, because if I start watching one episode and then I'm gonna be mad because then I
Yeah.
gotta wait till next week. So I don't do that to myself no
That's
more.
a good idea.
I use it like crack.
I used to
for it.
do that with Absolutely Fabulous. Do you remember
Oh
Ab
yeah,
Fab?
yeah.
I used to do that. I would just sit there and
Record it. And
Absolutely.
then,
and just because you could just watch it anyway, upside down. You could stop it. You could fast forward it, and they were always doing the same stupid, funny shit. You could just laugh. And then I stopped drinking.
oh,
Yeah.
there we go. And now you're like, what do I
and
watch?
now I'm like, what did I watch this for? But it's not even on anymore. They took it
Yeah.
off. Yeah. So congratulations.
Well, I'm glad you watch it as well. It's a great cast.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see you when
Okay,
I
yeah.
get up to that season. So
yeah,
very exciting.
maybe Corey's gonna have some flashbacks for next
Ooh.
season.
Oh, good.
Oh,
maybe.
really?
Little birdie
Okay.
told me so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so you don't know. So you might be making some guest appearances on the show in the future, but at this point you're on the
Yeah,
table
that
with
would
the
be
tag
great.
toe.
That would be great.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
so don't
I'm
be
excited.
disappointed, fans, but
I
yeah.
know. Corey may be back.
Right?
Corey Black will be back.
And then one other thing, you've got kombucha cure.
Kombucha Cure. Yeah, this is a project I'm near and dear to my heart. So February of 2020, right before the pandemic, we shot this film. It's going to be a nice indie film. It's sort of taking on the pharmaceuticals and insurance and doctors who overcharge. And it's kind of about a small town, sort of Northern Exposure, if anyone remembers that TV show back in the day, where this little town sort of comes together, creates our own holistic way of living to sort of fight the insurance companies. So it's sort of Robin Hood-ish. So we shot the film, and then the pandemic hit, and it just sat there for 2 years, and nothing happened. So J.R. Rosenberg, my co-producer, and I got together and decided, why don't we try to cut this into a series? So we got together.
Wow, that's brilliant. What a
Because
great
everything
idea.
went streaming during the
Started
COVID, and
streaming
nobody was going
and-
to theaters.
Right.
So we just literally took the footage and cut it into 6 episodes.
Oh.
Sold it to Amazon Prime.
That's
and
a
we-
great idea.
We didn't have to reshoot. We didn't have to really add footage. We just took what we had and made it. And I think it actually plays better as a series.
Made it user friendly.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to come out December 19th or 20th. Because with Amazon, they they wait and give you a date right
And
before.
you can do an episodic series in 6 episodes and not have to, because I thought that they had like a minimum of 12 or 13, isn't it, when you do episodic series, or no?
No, the good thing about streamers, you can they prefer 8.
Okay.
But we only had enough for 6. But we are going to do a second season.
And
so.
they can pick it up and extend it. That's a great idea. How brilliant.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I'm so happy for you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's Tamara Braun, 2-time Emmy-winning daytime actress, stars in it. And no one's really seen her get to be funny because she usually plays serious. Jennifer Bassey, Denise Boutet, myself, Robert Craighead, a lot of veterans that are in it. And some newcomers introducing some really great young actors as well. I play this character, Theo, who's like a Vietnam vet. He and his wife have pet pigs. It's nothing like I usually play. Again, I get to play comedy.
They have live pet pigs on the air?
Oh, yeah. We had pigs, and that was our babies. And
oh,
Tony, like being in Kansas.
Yeah. Oh, really?
But this is a little town up in Northern California they based it on. And so it's sort of how we come together and stand up against Big Pharma. And the writer-director, Cecilia Choi, she's Korean. She's an oncologist. She's one of the world's leading oncologists, she and her husband. And this is her first feature, her first anything. And so it's really authentically, loosely based on her experience as a doctor. She and her husband own chemo clinics across the country. So she has both sides of the brain, the creative and the really, really smart brain. But she was amazing to work with. So this is her debut.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Do you know
excited.
Cecilia?
Well, I grew up in the Korean culture.
Oh.
So I went to Korean school and I know Korean. So my doctor now is a Korean doctor.
Wow.
And because I don't do Western medicine.
Okay.
It's just like, so I'm really excited to see your film because
I think you'll relate.
Well, you're Chinese on your mom's side, aren't you?
So I just found out, this is great. I'm Chinese, Colombian, and my grandpa was Jewish.
Wow.
And then my dad is Black Colombian.
So you could be really smart drug dealers, like
yes,
good with the money.
I
get
did
the good drugs.
Yes. I was a forensic accountant by trade.
I always say you're a Latina, but it's really not, right?
I mean, everyone,
not proper.
Well, everyone thinks, no, it's fine. I don't get offended. Everyone thinks that I'm Mexican, like especially when I do, shows or
comedy
movies. Like more like casting. Like
I
they
got
think
you.
that I'm, Mexican.
Well, we
And
just
She's
lump
got
it all
the
together.
good shit.
Yeah.
Okay, she's the Colombian.
Casting links it all together. It's like Hispanic.
Hispanic, Latina. I don't get mad. I'm like, wrong.
Just
pronoun.
give me a
It's
Venmo and a check, and you're fine.
I mean, I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Just give me the job.
As long as you don't call me Salvadorian.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, is that bad?
No, I'm
I
just
did
kidding.
travel
They have
through
great
there once on the
pupusas.
way to Costa Rica, and they almost jacked me in the airport. They surrounded me in the airport, and they were all staring at me, and I was with a date, and I was like, they're going to jack me.
No, they probably.
I don't know what they were doing, but then all of a sudden, they just walked away. But they surrounded me in the San Salvador airport on my way to Costa Rica, and me and the guy I was with at the time were like looking at each other, and he's like, "Do you have felonies?
Like what?
Do you have felonies?
I'm about
you
to
didn't
get
tell me
one.
you had felonies, or whatever." Because the reason why they always come and look at you is if you have some kind of criminal record, or they recognize you because they watch porn. So I
it's
just
one
turned
or the
around.
other.
To make light of it, I was like, "Do you watch porn?" And they all ran.
Oh yeah, good Catholics. They ran.
Yeah, they all ran away. I was like, "You watch porn, don't you?"
Oh my God.
Just kidding. No, but it's a true story. It did happen, but I didn't say, "Do you watch porn?" But when I go back, I will.
Make
I'll
sure you
remember
ask
to do
that.
it next time.
I want to go to Salvador. Like I want to see it.
It's
They're
awesome.
The people are amazing. They're hardworking. Salvadorians are way more hardworking than Mexicans. I don't know if you know this.
No, I didn't know that.
They are
She's
way more
merciless.
Because
She's
they-
like, I'm just
sure.
waiting
Because
for her
Mexicans-
to cut somebody.
I mean, Mexicans
They get the
work
props
hard.
for being the hardest working. So now we're hearing something different and better.
Mexicans are hardest working at pretending they're not drunk while they're working.
There you go.
Salvadorians.
Oh,
just
really?
They
They
actually-
must be Mexican.
They actually work.
So
I'm
we
just
have
kidding,
a
people.
little,
It's a joke.
a little ditty
Don't
with
go after
Tanya
Tanya
for our fans out there as well that she's going to set up for us. You have a little project that we have that we want to
Yes.
let them sing.
Oh yeah. So I did this. I did this skit with Anwar and Cliff Cisneros. Scar the actor from Cholos Try asked me to come and be a guest on this, and I didn't know that I was going to get such a big part in it. And it was like 4.5 minutes long, but it went like 1.3 million on YouTube, so that was pretty good. And
so congratulate my
Yes.
girl. Okay, number one, the title, the new queen of comedy.
Oh,
Enough
yes.
said. Now let's check out why.
Hey! Hey! What's up, little homie?
What's up, fool?
You know it's past your bedtime, right? Your dad know you're out here?
My dad got locked up this morning. Everybody calm down, it's fine, it's gonna be okay. My dad is the boss, right? And I'm his son, so technically, I'm the boss now.
Radio! Hey, this is Temper's son. Let's see what he gotta say.
In honor of my father, Temper, you guys are gonna call me Lil Temper.
You know I used to change your diapers, right?
Yeah? Well, guess what? I'm changing your diapers now.
What does that even mean?
Exactly. I know what you guys are thinking. Have I ever ran up on anybody? No. Have I ever been shot or stabbed? No. Do I still sleep with a nightlight on? Hell no! And whoever said that is lying.
Fool, no one said that. You just said it now.
No, I'm speaking hypothetically.
Hypotheticals. He doesn't use one.
So with that being said, new boss, new rules. Rule number 1. Now, I know you fools like drinking beer and 40s with a paper bag. I think it's super unhealthy. Right?
Empty calories.
Empty calories. So no more beers and 40s. From now on, we're drinking seltzers.
Charles.
Seltzers only have 100 calories per can. They come in a variety of flavors, and these don't even look like alcohols. They look like energy drinks.
They look like energy drinks. You'll never get caught up. Rule number 2. Now, I know you fools like the Raiders. I see everybody wearing a bunch of Raider gear. Personally, I don't like the Raiders. Now, everybody knows my favorite color is turquoise. And everyone also knows my favorite team is the Dolphins. So from now on, we're wearing Dolphins jerseys.
Wow, man, they're whack.
Look at the turquoise. Look how the orange and white bounces off of the turquoise. It's so, what's the word?
Vibrant.
Vibrant, fool.
Can I get jumped out?
No. It's too late for that. Rule number 3. No more baggy clothes and no more sagging.
What's wrong with this?
Let me show you a quick demonstration, right? Let's say you're sagging, right? Wearing baggy clothes, and you're trying to run from the cops. Go ahead, fool. Boom! You trip over your pants.
Nah, man, that only happened to you.
His shoelaces were untied, dog.
Don't talk back to the boss, fool. So from now on, we're wearing tights.
Look at this range of motion, fools. I could be kicking up, I could see the policía, and I'm running like this. Oh, shoot, the cops are coming. Too bad I'm too fast. Jumping over a fence. I'm throwing putazos, fool.
Look at that, fool. And tell them about the sweat.
Oh, yeah, and guess what, fool? This wicks moisture. I'm barely sweating.
It absorbs all the sweat. I got a few free ones right here, Doc, so you guys are lucky.
Heads up. In the back.
Okay, I got the last one right here. Who's the lucky person?
You let it drop.
That's funny.
There she is, guys. And what's the title of it?
New Boss, New Rules on Anwar's YouTube.
New Boss, New
They're
Rules.
hilarious.
Check it out. 1.3 million views. Is that how they measure it?
1.3 million views so far. So far.
And you are looking good, girl. You know, one of the things I noticed right there was you have turquoise nails.
I did.
Did you plan for that? Because you knew you were on a shoot. You were going to wind up with a turquoise shirt? Because I would have done that.
No. No, it was a total coincidence that I happened to have
Did you
turquoise
see how
on.
I picked that up for her?
Yeah, you knew.
My girl is on fire, you guys,
Yeah.
and I am so proud of her. You got so many things going on.
Thank you, Amber.
Right?
Thank you. Yes.
We wanted to get a crown and a sash, the new queen of comedy, and put a crown on her head for the show.
I left the crown in the car at valet.
Oh.
Did you?
I did.
Oh.
It's okay. But I do want to give a shout out to the West Hollywood Chamber of Commerce because they extended the opportunity for me to join their commerce. So
Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
And what does that entail?
The West Hollywood Chamber of Commerce is made up of all the business owners in West Hollywood. Thank you. And and it's basically everybody gets together for meetings, sees what's going on, city policies, whatever the chamber can do to help businesses thrive in West Hollywood. And they have a lot of amazing parties. I mean, meetings, great meetings that they have.
Oh, that's
meetings.
awesome. And congratulations. I would like to get involved in that at some point, too, because I'm a West Hollywood Angelino.
Absolutely.
And I guess that's a good time for me to let you guys know that I am truly honored and truly humbled that I received a recognition award from the California State Assembly last week, and I was so shocked, and I'm very incredibly grateful to the California State Assembly for that recognition. And thank you very much. Just as a model citizen, who would have thought?
You deserve that.
Right?
You do so
and
much.
for my advocacy work and as a humanitarian and a lot of the things. And speaking of which, guys, an even better time to announce, we have some projects coming up over the holidays, and we will be doing a Home for the Holidays, which I haven't sprung on Tony yet, but we do every year. We do Home for the Holidays, where we get as many pets as we can, at least one a week, home for the holidays. And that doesn't mean that you have to adopt it forever. What that means is over the Christmas holidays, there are a lot of animals that are in shelters, and the workers go home for the holidays for their family, and these pets are left totally to survive on their own. I mean, they give them food or whatever, but they're alone, and that's really sad. And so we do a thing called Home for the Holidays, and we do often have a thing called Foster Fail. That's how I got my dog Mighty, who was the love of my life for 7 years. I lost him last year, and I was heartbroken. I was talking about that earlier, but we will be having one animal a week. So if you have any ideas, or if you know of any really, really great animals who need a home, at least for the holidays, and you want to send us an email, drop us a line, we would be happy to feature them on our show. We really want to have one a week live in the studio between now and Christmas so that you can see just how amazing and beautiful and lovely they are right in person. But sometimes there's rules in studios. But we're going to try to get around those because it's Christmas. And we have all kinds of stuff planned for the holidays, guys. What are you guys doing for the holidays?
Tanya, what's up?
I think the 23rd, I'm going to go to that Star Wars burlesque thing that they have going on with my friend Asha. Hi, Asha. She's taking me on the 23rd. And then the 24th, I'm thinking of either going to Mexico to see my family over there. It's my best friends. They are my family.
Right.
Or I was thinking, what sounds really cool? Have you guys ever done an Amtrak train just to some destination that you don't?
Yeah.
I was thinking about just getting up and just doing that.
It's cool.
That's
like.
How are your fans going to follow you while you're on that Amtrak train, girl?
I hope they don't follow me.
No, I'm saying, how are your fans following you today?
Oh, you can follow me on Instagram at Tanya Estrada 334. It's right there, TANIAESTRADA 334. On YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, all of that is the same one. So
okay,
yeah.
Make sure you do, and congratulations.
Thank you
on all the great
Amber.
things you got going on. I love you, girl, and I always
too.
love having you on the show, Jasper.
Well, I'm going to be in Palm Springs at the home there and just laying low and doing nothing really, just having some friends over. Family's far away. I went home in June to see family, so took care of that. So yeah, just low key. And I'm at Jasper Cole Says, SAYS, or jaspercole.com. Everyone can go to my website and stalk me there.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being on the show,
Thank you,
Jasper,
my dear.
And God bless you, and to your husband. His name is Dennis.
Dennis, yeah, 25
Happy holidays to you guys.
Thank you.
Right, we'll be in touch over the holidays. Guess what, guys? That's all the time we have for tonight's episode of Rock-N-Sexxy Uncensored. I cannot believe that it went by so fast. I want to thank our special guests, Tanya Estrada and Jasper Cole. And guess what? If you want information on our sponsorship and advertising, you can hit up our blog at rock-and-sexxy.uncensored.com or drop me a line at amberlynnmedia@gmail.com. See y'all next week.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you for tuning in to Amber Lynn's Rock-N-Sexxy Uncensored. Available on rock-and-sexxy.uncensored.com. Don't forget to hit us up on all your favorite social media links and tune in next week for another amazing episode of Rock-N-Sexxy Uncensored.